Meanwhile, we defend ourselves about 45 minutes using hose pipe as a water gun. Due to heavy firing with modern automatic weapons, from other side it became too impossible to stand at the deck. We had surrendered ourselves to the pirates. They climbed over the deck and took over our ship. Just after takeover by Somali pirates, a NATO helicopter come over the ship and tried to talk with me about the situation. But the pirates ordered me to tell the NATO helicopter to leave, otherwise they will shoot all of us. I did as told by the pirates, and helicopter left the scene. 5 pirates along with latest automatic weapons made us stand on bridge. One of them can speak very small English, little English. Contact us. We were, no, they start counting. We were 22 crew members. He took out one list from his pocket, contained the name of all ships of my company vessels. And the number of our crew member as per his list were 23. After counting, they inquired about the absent crew of the start physical torture. As we are hoping to reach to the next port within 3 days, therefore, fortunately I had already the immigration paper and everything is ready. So I show to same the pirates, and after they spared us. Most likely they were afraid with the 23rd crew can attack them. However, one question is still removing in my mind, that how they get the complete information. Was this information provided by the UK MTO or owner? This answer of the same is still in a mystery. Anyhow, they took us towards south near about 6 latitude. Name of that place, Grat. They made us stand 4 miles away offshore anchor area. There were 10 to 15 ships already anchored. Next day, 15 more armed persons boarded our ship with modern heavy weapons and took their position at Monkey Bridge with machine gun and rocket launchers. An interpreter also come along with them who know English and told us to talk to the owner. It is pertinent to mention that during defending the ship from pirates, I have already informed to the owner, and maybe NATO also had informed to the owner that the ship and entire crew has been hijacked. However, at the instruction of interpreter, I talked with the owner, but the owner adopt shameful, insulting attitude, call me with name, and disconnect all of my media communication. First 5 months were not very hard. We had tried to talk and convince the owner with different means up to a period of 8 months, but he totally refused to give a single penny to the pirates. Even they shoot all the crew. In these circumstances, I had a request to pirates to provide me a telephone facilities in order to enable me to talk and explain the situation to my countrymen. The pirates provide me the telephone facilities and I talk to my family. My family took the help of electronic media and launched a campaign. The appeal of younger daughter, my daughter, Laila, made soft heart of the people to help us and get release from pirates. In the result of aforementioned appeal, Governor Singh, Mr. Ishatullah Bad Khan, Social Activities, Ansar Barni, Chief CPLC, Mr. Ahmad Chunai, and others come forward and made hectic effort in collection of amount. Now, out of total, an amount of 2.1 million was paid to pirates as per their demands, and $200,000 paid to the airline who delivered the amount to the pirates. In the total fund, an amount of $1 million contributed by owner of the ship, and the rest of 1.3 million collected by my family from relatives, friends, and my beloved Pakistani people. Today, I have rights to question to Captain Muqaddan, Director of International Maritime Bureau. That's the misery and mental torture we face from the attack till freedom from Somalian pirates. Will Mr. Muqaddan be able to recover and take back the 1.3 million from my owner to use the amount for the welfare of the family of hostages, or to the families of other crew who are still hostages by the Somali pirates? We are in captivity of pirates for 11 long months, and during that period we were being under every immense torture. I lost my all teeth during torture of Somali pirates. During captivity, every day was the doom day for us, and when we released after payment of ransom, the owner of the ship once again did the heinous act by not providing us a rescue squad to reach a safe port. During the journey after release, we also become short of fuel and passes 72 hours in high sea, and during the period our ship was again attacked. But my all thanks to Admiral Numan Bashir, the former CNC of Pakistan Navy, and Vice Admiral Abbas Raza, who rescued us through a naval ship and brought us back to the Pakistan land safely. The story of 11-month captivity is full of cruelty, and it's a dreadful, and the torture that the family members faced, who shall be held responsible of this. If I start to narrate the story, I will take hour to hour, but a number of questions have raised in my mind that after the hijack, the number one, during the full course of time at the affected area in the Indian Ocean, the NATO Task 150 keep on high alert patrolling beside the high alert patrolling of European Navy. In the same area, how it became possible by the Somali pirates to attack the ship 600 to 700 miles away and capture the ship and their crew. The activity of the Somalian pirates in the area reflect that either the Somali pirates are so smart and clever, or the NATO forces are behind them. Sorry for that. As surprise activity also observed by the during the captivity in that up to 100-mile area which seemed to be no-go area. The Italian and French fishing trawler freely and easily moving and doing their routine activities without any fear, and anyone capture them, either Somali pirates. The another surprise observation was that all the ships hijacked at anchor belong to the Muslim countries or Far East countries. I failed to see either any Western Europe, Australian and American ship captivity in this area. I am unable to understand that why this is happening in this area, Indian Ocean. Whether some countries are playing their own games. I also raise a question as a seaman that, number one, what else we do? What is our fate? And what is the fault of our family member in this type of grave situation? I would also like to raise the question that why the Indian Ocean is being carried to shut or stand still. Is there any dirty game behind all this? I will reiterate my question to Captain Mukaddan, Director of IMB, that what action he will take to protect the act of the sea jacking by the Somali pilots and to safeguard the crew member of the sea jack ships. I am hopeful that Mr. Mukaddan will take up the matter on a hardship ground to facilitate to families of the effective and safeguard the crew members. I am of the opinion that my raised question is this talk about the safe journey of the ships in this area. The provisional of safety of the ship and the crew members and the proper welfare of their family of the hostages shall not be politicized. I am sincerely hopeful that the positive measure shall be taken under the conference as recommended by the participant of this conference. I extend my thanks to all of the participants, the agencies and the Captain IBM who has spared his valuable time to listen the grievances of the seamen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The next speaker of